I don't always celebrate 20 years on YouTube, but when I do, I put a fucking suit on. Although it's not technically a suit, it's a shirt, tie, a jacket, and under the table here I'm just wearing regular jeans. But still, I thought might as well dress up, right? So, it's also kind of to the contrast that I don't feel any enthusiasm about this, pretty much at all. It's kind of like when I did my 10-year anniversary and I felt like, yay. But then I did my 15 video and I just kind of, okay, I guess it's 15 now. Now it's 20 years. I feel like, what is that definition of insanity again? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. And that's kind of me, not expecting, but definitely not expecting, but hoping that maybe one of these days the algorithm will favor one of my videos, but it doesn't really happen. But I'm fine with it now. But so I thought I'd talk about my YouTube channel, of course, but also YouTube in general, and both sides of it. So I started back in 2006, June 11th, today, I suppose. I don't remember that I uploaded immediately, but I probably did kind of soon after that. I did uploaded my high school project at the time with the first lightsaber battle, which I was very proud of at the time. I also uploaded the early times. I just did stuff. I uploaded stuff that I had done in high school, and then I ran out of that material. I tried to do things on my own, and it included that awful thing called Flyboy, which I don't have on YouTube now, luckily. Then I started with my education, with media production, and then I started uploading the stuff that I made there. And I made a lot of stuff there, really, including a really terrible top 10 list called Top 10 Best and Worst Game Developers, because I wanted to be like Screw Attack at the time. That was it. It was actually, I wanted to be like them before I wanted to be like the Angry Video Game Nerd, which I also tried a little bit and failed miserably at. But the game developers video, besides being really bad, and it was like the render from After Effects was faulty somehow, because the music skips immediately as you start that video. But that one got decent views, actually. It was like 30,000 or something. I don't know what it has now, but and I also remember one video that I actually took down because it got 1,000 views. It got 1,000 views in a short time, which was really, it was in like an hour or something. But every comment was a hate comment. It was a video called Top 10 Bad Things in Good Games, and it was me complaining about things like the control in Mario feels a little slippery sometimes. It was having to drive a long way to try a mission again in GTA San Andreas, things like that. And everyone was like, "You suck at games, you suck at, this is terrible." Maybe that was my problem. Maybe I should have just leaned into that. I shouldn't have backed away and just did whatever people didn't like, because being disliked on YouTube can also lead to a career. Irate gamer, which I to this day don't quite understand why everyone hated him so much, because yeah, he was seen as an Angry Video Game Nerd ripoff, even though I think he started his channel actually before. Even though James Rolfe did his videos first, but anyway, I've seen a few of his videos. They were fine. I guess it was a long time ago since I watched him, but whatever. There's a lot of stuff I've watched on YouTube that has been come and gone, of course, over a lot of years. Like JonTron, I quite enjoyed for a while there. From his first video up until he stopped making game videos, pretty much. Then when he started making videos about anything, I lost interest, more or less. Now I don't watch him anymore. There was this guy who talked about his opinions called Alpha Omega Sin, which I quite enjoyed, but then he stopped making videos completely. He came back to review Resident Evil 2 Remake and Final Fantasy 7 Remake, but then he disappeared again. But he has a family, so that's probably it. I actually, he had a podcast with 3 others. One of them was Razor Fist, which actually does enjoyable videos, but his political views are super duper crazy, so I don't watch him either. But I have watched a few videos that actually have been pretty entertaining. But he was on there. But anyway, they had this short-lived podcast thing they asked for viewer questions. I sent one in, which was just an honest question like, why does everyone hate Irate Gamer so much? Is it just because he's an AVGN ripoff, or is it something else? Did he do something? And they just called me an idiot on the show because that it was apparently so obvious that I'm stupid for not knowing. So, but I still to this day don't quite know. I have an idea, but I don't quite know. I still would like it have explained to me. Angry Video Game Nerd, of course, I've watched from the beginning. I still like it, although a lot of his videos are not that good. But he's earned the right to not be that good anymore, and he has family, and he has the business. A lot of his work probably with Angry Video Game Nerd is to make money, to keep the channel going, to feed his family and all that kind of stuff. Fine. He doesn't have anything to prove, that guy, and I can't say the same about myself. So I've made a bunch of videos, like 500, definitely over 500, probably, I don't know, 600. I actually, not too long ago, made this graph, which shows how many videos I made in a year. Based on the current video count, I have removed a bunch of videos from my channel, including all the Oz videos, and I think I actually not counted those anyway because I only counted gaming videos, but I also deleted all the Let's Plays because doing Protoman Plays was fun for a while, but then first of all nobody watched them, pretty much. If I got 2 comments on a video, that was great. If I got over 50 views, that was great. I mean, that's still kind of not too bad for me, but I just watch Let's Plays now instead of but I don't watch them that much. But yeah, speaking of Let's Play videos, remember Super Best Friends? They're not friends anymore, but they were pretty super. They're pretty good, even though they thought everything was, oh, this is so stupid. But you know, so with my graph, you can see that it went down quite a bit, and that was with years, with time, and as I started making this kind of video, I started making this kind of video because it's easier to just sit down and talk into a camera. No, it wasn't easy 10 plus years ago, because then I would just not get the words out properly and get nervous and everything. Now I don't care too much, and I can edit around stumbles anyway. But now I just do this because I don't have the energy anymore. I don't have the motivation anymore to do the proper videos, so to speak, because it's too much work for too little payoff. The algorithm will never find me, and the gaming YouTube market is oversaturated anyway, or it was anyway, and now maybe it's just not as interesting anymore. It's one of those things. I'm never going to be a YouTuber, and I've accepted that. But I still have some videos I want to do. I still want to talk about some games and all that stuff, so that's why I'm making these easier to make videos. So basically, I was going to come out in this video for the 20th anniversary and basically just say, I quit, I retire, I'm out. But I can't say that yet because I still have some videos to get out there to make. But the best has the best. What do you usually say? The best is yet to come. The worst is over. But I say the best is over. I'm going on. I'm running on fumes, I suppose. But tune in. You might also have noticed that YouTube has been getting worse. Like, I've never had monetization on my channel, so I never really known that side. But it sure gets annoying watching any video, and they always like, either they get like 2 seconds in and they're like, rate, comment, and subscribe, or they start with their sponsor, and then you have to, like any Angry Video Game Nerd, you have to jump 2.5 minutes in or whatever to get to the actual video, because anything before that is just the sponsor. Some people start the video like normal, and then they stop in the middle and just say, this is the sponsor, da 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 da. Or they're like, my analytics say that 12% of people are not subscribed, da 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 da. And I just like, do I even want to be a YouTuber? Because I don't really want to have to do all that stuff, and I don't really like the idea of censoring myself either. Since the last 5 years or whatever, I've watched a lot of movie reaction videos, and a lot of times they bleep themselves saying swear words. They blur like guns on the screen, and they blur nudity because they have to. I mean, I don't know. Is it even fun anymore? And I remember when they had the stars rating, and then they had thumbs up and down, and then they removed the thumbs down because it was bullying or something. Man, that took away a lot of fun, a lot of the fun of just YouTube in general, because you'd go to a stupid ass video like Governor Rick Perry of Texas saying something about gay people, disparaging about gay people. I don't remember exactly what he said, and then the dislike to like ratio was epic, where he had 99% dislikes and like 500 likes and 12,000 dislikes or something like that. That was like a good indicator to. It was like a bullshit detector. That's gone now. You only see the thumbs up. Only creators see the thumbs down. That's boring. Although the stars, I don't know. I think kind of thumbs up and down was kind of better. It's the Siskel and Ebert style. The stars were kind of, I don't know. I don't really miss those too much. But when it comes to popular videos, I remember like I was taken back with some of them. Like there was this one top 10 most memorable Final Fantasy quotes where I had every other quote was from Kefka, because I really like Kefka, but that made the thumbs up and down be basically like 50-50 or 60-40 dislikes or something, because apparently most people don't like Kefka. How can you not like that? But yeah, the tattoos of Yakuza was a very popular video. That was good. Although everyone with my Yakuza videos complained about screen tearing, which I took me a long time to figure out what that even was. It's when the screen kind of goes like this when in movement. At least you can see it when video. I mean, it is pretty noticeable now that I know how to see it. But for a long time, I was just like, what's screen tearing? What even is screen tearing? I'm not the most technical person in that way, I suppose, because I always also, that's on an aside when it comes to games, but I don't care about 60 FPS. I'm fine with 30. Sometimes I'm fine with 20. It depends on the game. Some people seem to want to kill themselves whenever a game is not 60 FPS. And that's, like for them, 60 is the bare ass minimum, and it should be 120 or 5,000 or however many they think is enough, but I digress. My Oz videos, I deleted almost, like some people still ask now, but I deleted most of those. Not all, but most. Like all down to 3 or 4. And that was because I had 2 community strikes on my channel for like violence or something like that. It has to do with the new censorship guidelines. And since it's a 3 strikes and you're out system, I figured if I just let them be up, the 3rd strike was going to come and I was going to lose my channel. So I figured might as well get on top of that, delete everything, and I'd rather keep my channel than go down with the Oz ship. So that is why almost all of them are gone. And apart from the additions, the other roles, and Schillinger! God damn it! Schillinger! That video I just cannot get rid of. Also, I remember that one video that I took down before that. It was Suck My Fucking Dick, where I just took Mark Max saying Suck My Fucking Dick to Richie Hanlon and edited it to the Blow My Whistle Baby song by DJ Alligator or whatever it is. That was a fun video to do. I think it's fun, but I can't have it on YouTube, obviously. It's too hot for YouTube. But Oz, I still like it. It's still my favorite show, although I've watched Breaking Bad and Sopranos. I can say that those shows are objectively better, but subjectively, Oz is my first love and my first and only. Now, I have considered this one thing when it comes to Oz. Lately, like the last years, as I watched The Sopranos, I found this channel, this guy called Pure Kino, who did recaps of all the episodes with some, mostly just explaining what happens, and then a couple of behind the scenes things or a couple of opinions, and that was it for all the episodes. And then he made videos about characters and some other things. I could do that for Oz. That might be something I could try, because I could maybe, like him, get around copyright by not using the audio almost at all, by having maybe stills instead of video when needed. And I could make a recap of every episode. There's 68 episode, 86 episode, I don't quite remember, but it's quite a lot of them. I could make videos about most every character, I could make videos about all the gangs, but then I'd have to, of course, I have to narrate all these videos. I can't put them to music like I used to do, because YouTube hates music. Copyright law is dumb, I feel like. If I'm not making money, I should be able to do whatever the hell I want. That's my opinion, my personal opinion, but Viacom does not agree. But let me know if you think that would be a decent idea, because I am kind of sort of maybe up for it, although it would make a lot of work, of course. And then, but if I did that, maybe I could also have a Patreon, which, by the way, is something that everyone does now. I remember the time before monetization, where it was, if they found something copyrighted, they would just take your video down, and that was it. Maybe they would mute everything. That would also be something they could do. Then monetization came. That was a very good, happy moment and like a sad moment at the same time. Happily, it would mean that instead of losing your video when they found something, they would just put ads on it and take the revenue. So they would make money off my thing, but I deserved it, so to speak, because I used something copyrighted. And because I've never been in it to make money anyway. I've only been in it to express my creativity and have people watch it and maybe comment. That was fine for me. Then Adpocalypse happened, where Coca-Cola or whatever found their ad on like a Nazi video or something. So then they were like, we can't have our ads be on stuff that is controversial. And then they, of course, went overboard with the whole definition of controversial. So that meant that most YouTubers would have to either super censor or stop relying on ad revenue like as they had. And that meant that everyone turned to Patreon, which is this thing where you get people who are fans to donate like $1 a month or whatever. And then if you have like 5,000 patrons or whatever, then you can live on it. But and then you use the ad money, I guess, as a little supplement or something. I want to blame this just YouTube and the universe when it comes to me not ever getting popular. But I also have to blame myself, because partly I have to assume not that good, because otherwise I would have gotten further. I'm also Swedish, and I'm probably sound a bit weird and all that stuff. But it's also the fact I never tried to promote myself, really. I never did the whole subscribe. Like, very few times really have I asked anyone to subscribe. There was a little time where I put like at the end of videos I would put like my Twitter handle and like, please talk to me about video games. Like no one does, so that didn't work, although I probably didn't try enough or hard enough, and I never got a Patreon. If I got an Alls channel, I would try to start a Patreon. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not, because if I have to make all those videos, that's going to be a lot of work that I'm going to have to do next to my full-time job. So I don't know. Who knows? But we'll see. A few things I can say that I'm proud of over these 20 years is that I reviewed every Virtual Boy game. That got me in good with the Planet Virtual Boy people. Because of that, one of them, I got to send my Virtual Boy to the Netherlands to have the guy fix the one eye that was glitching out. They got me Faceball and Bound High for free on cartridge. That was really nice. I made a bunch of good Oz videos, I think. I did the Famifon series with 100 reviews, or 99, and then the 100 top 50 list. That was well done, I would say. I like a lot of videos I've done the last 5 years or whatever with the obscure games and that stuff, that kind of stuff. I think I did well with the Twilight Syndrome video, the Kenkabansha video, the Gachitora video, the Seigi no Mikata translation turned out pretty good. But by the way, with the translations, there's a lot of people who are commenting like, English translation, English patch, please. I was like, I'm not sitting on any English patches. I can't do any patches. I don't know how to do that. I just record a game and put English on top of the Japanese in a video. That's all I do. Yeah, the Yakuza games, I did the reviews before it was cool. When I got into Yakuza, that was when, I think it was like Yakuza 4 was just out when I started, then Dead Cells came as I was playing through like the second or third game or something. I was there, so to speak, when Yakuza 5 was announced, and that was amazing. And then Zero came out, and then everyone started liking the series. My videos got a few about the series, did get some views and comments at the time. That was nice. Then of course it just got lost. But then I also dropped off the series, so it's fine. I never played any of the RPGs. I was disappointed by 5. I was disappointed again by 6, how they didn't do a good finale for Kiryu. I'm done with that series pretty much. I just want to replay the best games now, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Dead Souls, according to me. Although I also want to play Kenzan and Ishin one more time for good measure. But anyway, Yakuza, that's over. But yeah, 20 years on YouTube, la-di-da, woohoo. I'm never gonna get famous, I know that. I still want to make some videos though. I was considering, I haven't gotten around to starting that at all yet, but instead of Famifun, doing Mega Fun, reviewing basically all Mega Man games, because I have played all of them. I've beaten almost most of them. I have a list maybe of 10 to 15 of videos like this that I want to get out there. Then I'll think about All's channel, but dollars to donuts, probably that won't happen, but who knows. But yes, 20 years on YouTube, 20 years of mediocrity, but it's been fun still. It's kind of, I can't really just quit. I know for a fact that I've said to myself maybe like 10 years now that, like, yeah, maybe I should quit, but then if I quit, then what? I would just want to make a video again. That's what I've been saying, but I'm not sure I feel that way anymore. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that's how I feel. I'm just saying I'm not sure if that's how I feel or not. So what the future holds, I'm not quite sure. I can say for sure that I will be making videos for at least a year more. That's it, I guess. But yeah, 20 years in YouTube, da-di-da-di-da.